Hello, hello. Tonight, we're going to try it again on a couple of different techniques. Hey guys, welcome tonight. This is a live event, so if you're watching after the fact, hello and thank you for watching. Can you hear me? Hear me, see me? Uh-oh, somebody mad at Kathy Carr? Never. So I mixed up a bunch of paints. I saved enough because I really want to try this for blooming. So I'm going to give that a shot. Maybe do a video on that. But I have, let's see, 10 colors mixed up. We're going to do a straight pour, a little ring pour, and we're going to do a flip and drag. I'm going to add silicone to what's left and see how it's going. Hi, Alan. So last week's paintings dried beautifully with the mix. Look at the shine on these. They're so pretty. Love it. So I thought we'd give them a go again tonight. And this was the drip cup that misbehaved a little bit, but it's still pretty. And then we did the big one. Can't even fit the whole thing in the camera. It's huge. It's so shiny. I really do like that mix. So if you're just starting out with acrylic pouring and you're having a hard time mixing, this would be okay to try out till you get the hang of it, and then you'll come up with your own recipe eventually, or you may stay with the mix. But there is some transparencies. I want to show you those. How the colors sit on top of the color. It's kind of cool. Right there. So that was pretty neat. Something that we don't get with my mix. Alright, so let's get this show on the road. I'm going to start with a 16-inch round. We're going to do a straight pour on this. That's hot, Alan. We had some nasty storms come through here earlier. I was getting worried. But we're okay. So Shelly just posted the link. If you're interested in getting the mix, you can get it through Krista. And her email is in the chat. Okay. So I have some pretty colors mixed up. I have champagne shimmer. I have Moody Blue. Press and seal is sticking to me. Get off. Oh my goodness. It's got to be the static. I have Juniper. Hi, Vic. And I'm going to use Shelly's Masquerade. For any of you that purchased my boxes in the auction, they all went out today. So you'll be getting them in a few days. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of gold in this one. Just a little bit. This is Gold Rush. So these are all Posse paints tonight. Alright, let's get a cup. So I want a full cup. Let's start with a little bit of Gold Rush. I'm going to go over here. And then we'll go with Shelley's Masquerade. I have them right in the order that I've got them. Juniper. I'm going to mix this right here though. I'm going to put the champagne. And then the Moody Blue. Because I love Moody Blue. Go back with some gold. Shelley's Masquerade. Juniper. Champagne Shimmer. And Moody Blue. I have a nice full cup. Yeah, so Alan is in Texas. I have no help tonight. Alright, let's give this a straight pour right in the middle. Just a little bit of ribboning. One thing with mix, because it's thicker, it has a lot of volume to it, but when you do your trace test, it does, the paint does sink, so it's hard to check it. So what I've been doing when I mix the mix, it's 7 parts of the mix, 1 part of paint, and about, I would say 2 tablespoons of water. Let me fix that little hook there. Okay. Oh, the dogs. Yeah, they're in the house with Mr. Jake. Because they are hell on wheels today. I need peace and quiet for an hour. I know my torch is empty. Okay. Let me pop a few bubbles here. Because these are fresh mix, I'm going to get some air bubbles in it. I know I have enough paint to cover this canvas, so I'm going to go ahead and stretch it out. But I'm going to open it up first. Okay, now we can go over. I don't want to lose all that, so I'm going to bring it back a little bit and come this way. And hopefully I can catch that juniper on the edge there to push it over. Keep going just a little bit. So anyone who donated Super Chat, tips, Amazon, PayPal donations, anything from April 1st through the end of June, our drawing is Friday night at 7. So if you're here for the drawing, you'll get to choose your prize. And if not, I'll choose it for you. I'm going to take a little bit of this juniper off because it's going to dry super shiny. So we don't want a big band of it. Let me just get this edge a little bit so I don't have to tilt it again. So I am really liking the mix. I don't have any problems with it, other than it being super thick, you know, and I'm not used to that. But it dries so nice, and it's so easy to mix your paints. The shelf life, though, is 1 year, so if you're going to get it, make sure you're going to use it. You're not getting a Corvette, Brian. But I do have some awesome prizes. I already told Shelly what they are. So be here if you are sponsoring. Yeah, think big, Brian. We want a beach house. Then we could do retreats all year round. Seasonal retreats. How's that sound? Thank you, Shelly. It's super pretty. Loving the ribbons. Thank you, Moose. Oh, Moose, I got my butterfly today. She's beautiful. She's in my mixing room with the rest of the stuff I unpacked today. All right, I'm going to send it to the drying rack. Brian, I'll tell you later. Quit being a whiner. Quit being a whiner. Understood, Joella. We do giveaways on Monday nights just because of that reason, too. But I can't tonight because Alan's not here. It'd be too hard for me to watch numbers by myself. Alright, so I'm going to put some parchment down because I don't want to dirty another pad. I should have done that first. Okay. So, let's do a ring pour. Since that was a straight pour, we'll do a ring. Not quite as big, though. Hi, Nancy. Hi to everybody, because I'm really bad about catching people when they come in. Alright, so I'm going to do a different color palette on this one. A little bit different. So we're going to use chestnut bronze. Christina's Laguna. Dark chocolate. Don't know, don't care. Okay. Sleeping Beauty. Oh, they're all sticking to me. And let's add Ocean Teal. It's a little bit darker than the Sleeping Beauty. So my dark chocolate is going to be my contrast. I've never done this color palette. We'll see how this goes. I don't need quite as much paint for this one either. Okay, let's start with, let's see, last color out. Okay, we'll do a little bit of Christina's Laguna. Not a lot, because I don't want a big pile of yellow in the middle. And I always love the ocean teal next to this. It makes a gorgeous transition. We'll put some chestnut bronze. Some chocolate. And some Sleeping Beauty turquoise. And we're going to do it again. So we have this big collab coming up on Sunday. It's our 4th of July celebration collaboration. We all had to use red, white, and blue. Could add silver or gold. That starts at 5 p.m. on Mona's channel, Artflow by Mo. So make sure you check that out. They're half-hour premieres, so we'll entertain you for 3 hours. So grab a snack and come hang out with us. And if you missed this weekend's collaboration for the TLPs, my Sunset at the Beach is up if you want to go watch it. I'm just going to end with the brown because we have plenty of paint here. Don't need the turquoise. Okay, guys, here we go. Alright, so with the mix, I gotta get my paint pulled back because otherwise I'm gonna rip it, and there it goes. It's giving me a hard time there for a minute. Boy, that chocolate just really wants to take over. Start seeing my yellow mixing with the ocean teal. So pretty. Makes almost a limey green. tiny bit. So I'm going to put a little white around that edge. Angie, you can contact Krista through her email. Shelly's been posting the link, so if you watch the chat, it'll come up again. She doesn't have a website, but you can email her and do it all through her. Just enough to do my flip and drag. When you add your outside edges, make sure you push up to your paint line so nothing rolls over. And I'm good over there. Plenty of paint here. Thank you, Shelly. All right, let me torch those bubbles. This is going to be super pretty through here, so I want to definitely save that for last. I am going to open it up a little bit. Oh yeah, we got plenty of paint on here. So anytime I'm trying something new, I like to do the basic pours with it to see how, one, how it flows, two, how it dries, and three, when it's dry, if it's sticky. I did not notice any stickiness with those dried paintings. So it's a very good pouring medium. I give her props for that. She really did a great job on creating that. Those ribbons are pretty. So I like my ring pours off center. So that's probably where I'm going to leave it. Hi, Larry. Sorry if I missed anybody. Yeah, I'm a little tired too, Chris. I'm not used to this whole 24-hour daycare, doggy daycare. They were pretty tired last night, though, because I did play with them, so they went to bed really easy last night. There goes my papers. So this is super pretty. And like I said, when that Laguna and that ocean teal touch, it's so pretty. And that little bit of chocolate and bronze in there makes it pop. So that one's done. We're going to be an early night tonight, so I'm only doing one more. Alright, off to the drying rack. And then I'm going to decide what colors I'm going to use for my flip and drag. I'm going to put them into little cups. I'm going to add some silicone, see how that behaves. I like to do this just to see how it separates itself. Doesn't muddy too much. It's cool. Okay. Yes, Brian, it's going to be a short one tonight. I got a gazillion things to do. Although my collab piece is done. I'm going to rub it in on Brian. Usually I say, oh, I haven't started mine yet. I'm usually the last one, but when I start working on it, I just keep going until I finish. Alright, I'm going to get some white down. Might as well use this one up, because I need to make fresh everything. And Thursday night, we're going to be finishing up our blooms. So, make sure you come. It's going to be a fun one. Something different you can do. Don't want to miss that. Alright, let's get this down here. Alright. Okay. Now, I'm going to pick out some colors. So I'm going to use a little Moody Blue. I'm going to get some little cups here to mix. So I don't need much paint at all. Like very tiny bit. So I can do 4. So I'm going to put just a little, you guys can't see me. I'll do it here. You can see it here. A little bit of gold. A little bit of Moody Blue. Let's use, I don't want Juniper because it's very shiny and so is Champagne Shimmer. So I think I'll go with, let's go with the Ocean Teal. And the Christina's Laguna. Oops. Pour it in the same cup. Sure, why not? Okay. So to that, I'm going to add, I have to add at least 1 drop, so can't get away with a half a drop. And we'll mix those up. So I'm going to take my 5-ounce cup, and I am going to spray it with my WD-40 silicone spray. The can's awfully dirty, Alan. Need to clean my can. Good night, Moose. Okay, let's go with the Moody Blue first. I'm going to save just a drop of that to put on top after. Okay, and then we're going to go with the Ocean Teal. I want to use it all, so let's scrape. And then I'll do the Christina's Laguna. And some gold. Normally I wouldn't have to put silicone in metallics because they play pretty well by themselves. I did it for experimental purposes. Alright. Let's see what happens with this. Let's give it a tiny little swirl. My S. Pop it. Alan doesn't work out here anymore. He just takes things out to the art shed for me now. He quit. He's too busy. Alright, let's give it a wiggle. I need to poke a hole first. Got some fun things going on in that cup. So we're just gliding. Not scraping the canvas, I'm just gliding. I used all my paint. Yes, Dee Dee, they're in the playlist, Tutorial Thursday. Everything's there from day one. Got some cells. Just let it set for a minute. I know, 46 weeks seems like forever, doesn't it? It'll be here before you know it. Either way, I'll be ready. I'm going to pull this down because I want that white to go that way. If you can see, I'm trying to move this white down. But I will come back with it. I just want to get it down there because it just looks a little sporadic. Okay, now we can pull it all the way back. And hopefully some of it will stay there. If you come back the same way you went down, you should be able to fix your cells back the way you want them. Alright, so I kind of have that moving. Let's stretch it out a little bit. We'll come back this way. Very slow moving because that base coat's a little thick. I find little containers of paint and say, I think that's base coat. Most of them were house paint today. I didn't have a lot of luck. But I know I'm going to be washing jugs and bottles here pretty soon, so I'm trying to use everything up. Okay. That's where I'm going to leave it, right there. Alright, let's give it a torch. So the mix plays really well with silicone. I got one stubborn bubble right there. Alright, I'm going to airbrush a little bit out here and there. I need some interest here. A little bit here. And play with it a little bit. I think Finny unhooked me. And there it is. Puppy power. He likes coming over here and walking under my table, and then he unplugs stuff. I do like this, but it's got to be moved out a little bit. So this is just 25 psi air. I'm holding it like a pencil so I have more control. I'm not coming straight in, I'm going at an angle. That was my stomach that just growled. Okay, let's flip it around. So when I do my airbrushing, I always like to use the same amount of force on each side. So that's why I flip my painting, so everything flows the same way. Because if I went this way, it would be longer wispies than what I have on the other side. And sometimes you can't help it. There may be a pile of paint and you hit it with the airbrush and you get this big wisp. This is really cool. I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to touch this. I'm going to push this out a little bit. This is kind of boring here. And then this thing in here, I'm going to bring him out. Give him a mate. If you don't like the end, you can just erase it. Alright, so I see a pile of white here. I always like to look at my screen. It's the nice thing about having a monitor hooked up with your camera. because I can sit and look at the screen and I can look at the whole piece and decide where else I want to push out for interest. This looks really boring on the screen, but because of this here, I'm going to push that out just a little bit. And then I'll probably take my skewer and pull it out just a little bit more, just a little tail there. And then once you do one, you've got to do more than one because it'll look stupid. That's what I tell myself anyways. I have this like zigzag line going between these two. It looks like electricity. You guys can't see it. Let me see if I can pull it up. Maybe you can see it. It's kind of funny actually. You can't see it really well, but it's there. So I have to get rid of that because that will drive me nuts. So I'm just going to dip my finger, my clean finger, on top, and I'm going to erase that. But other than that, I'm not minding. I'm waiting to see if that's going to open up. I don't see anything wanting to grow there. So I'm going to hit that spot. I'm going to push that green into it. Kathy, 5 years of practice. It's what I started out with, right? Okay, so I pushed the green into that puddle. Now I can go in with my finger and take some of that out and connect it all. Pull it back a little bit. That's much better than having that big white gob there. There. Much better. Got a goober here. That's gone. So overall, I'm very happy with the way it turned out. The mix worked great with the silicone. We got some really cool cells right here. Oops. That little trail. They're not caterpillars though. I know that yellow is like right in your face, but when it dries it won't be so bad. Okay, so I know it looks like a dragon's mouth's open, but that little bit's driving me a little batty here, so I'm not happy with that. It's a little better. It's not quite as wide open now. Good night, Deirdre. So that's it, guys. I'm very happy with that one. Any questions on the mix? Thanks, guys. No questions? I have to find a place to put this on my rack because I have so many paintings over there. I'm not minding that mix, so if you guys want to try it, get up with Krista and get a jug and try it. It doesn't smell funky. It's just like, it has a faint hint of like glue to it to me, but it's not glue. It's definitely a pouring medium. I've had really good results with it. Thank you, Kathy. So I guess I'm going to wrap it up. So don't forget that giveaway, sponsor giveaway is Friday, 7 p.m. And our collaboration starts at 5 p.m. on Mona's channel. I'm on at 5:30. And then we have Darnell, Doris, Brian, then Shelly. So, join us for a Sunday evening of fun. It will be a blast to see what we all did with red, white, and blue. But I'm wrapping it up tonight, guys. And I'll see you all on Friday. Bye now. Oh, I'll wait for you, Kath. So, where are we here? Thank you, Connie. That means a lot to me. Take the plastic off, Kath, and set it. It'll dry. You might have used a little too much alcohol ink, but that's okay. It'll dry. Just take the plastic off. You probably already have your design, so you're good. All right, guys. Love you all. See you Friday.